All right, guys, welcome back. Tonight I have another off-the-cuff video for you all. So let's just jump straight to it. There's a phrase going around in social media that's quite popular, which basically says that Delulu is the Solulu, which is a funny ass phrase. And if you don't know what that means, I don't blame you. But essentially, it just means that being delusional is the solution. Now, why the hell am I talking about this phrase? It's because if you are someone who is, let's say, smart or above average smart, which chances are you probably are if you're watching this type of content without any fucking hard cuts or, crazy edits. Probably are. That means that it's very easy for you to overthink and rationalize why things aren't going to work out for you. Contrary to our midwit friends who are so moronic and so retarded that the concept of failure, the concept of them being rejected, of them not succeeding, is so foreign to them that whenever they try something, somehow they end up succeeding because in their mind, the possibility of them not succeeding was never an option. Now, why am I talking about this? It's because this is something that I've faced myself. And it's not to toot my own horn that I'm a smartass, but essentially, I've always found it very easy to analyze or overanalyze everything and come up with reasons as to why we shouldn't try something, or I shouldn't try something, or why a new project's not gonna work, or why a new idea is not gonna work. And now, after 31 years of life experience, I've come to realize that there is much truth in that silly phrase of Delulu is the Solulu. Essentially, you have to have irrational self-belief about yourself and about whatever it is that you're trying to do or achieve in life. I'm gonna give a funny example because when I was in high school, I was a nerd and my friends were nerds. And we always discussed and pondered why the lazy kids or kids who weren't dedicated to the schoolwork, who fucked around, wasted time, never basically paid attention in class, they always got the girls. And analyzing it retroactively, now I just realize it's basically because in their mind, the possibility of rejection did not exist. Hence why they got the girl, they asked them out, and they kept trying until eventually one of them said yes. Compared to me and my friends who were just too pussy to ask anyone out at that time. So, fast forward to modern times, right? If you are pursuing any sort of meaningful goal or worthwhile endeavor, let's say you're trying to build a business, you're trying to build a presence on social media, you're trying to become a master piano player, whatever it is, you have to have irrational self-belief about it, because otherwise life is just going to be miserable and shit, and it's just going to be full of despair, right? If you're always looking for reasons as to why something's not going to work out or why you're going to fail, it's a lot more fun if you actually believe that you're going to succeed at some point, even if it's not the next time. But if you believe that at some point it is going to fucking work out, guess what? It just might. So that's been my revelation at 31 years old, especially after analyzing this meme, the mid-curve meme, right? If you're not familiar with it, essentially it's just like a bell curve distribution where you have the majority of the population in the middle, you have the really genius level IQ people on the right-hand side of the curve, and then you have the morons at the left side of the curve. And essentially, it's a meme about how the extremes, the geniuses and the morons, achieve the same results in life. And it's based off of this principle. The enlightened members of, genius IQ, the Yoda level IQ, they succeed because they're so knowledgeable and so masterful at whatever it is that they do that they just succeed. On the other hand, you have, like I said, the midwits who just brute force their way into success. And this is in any realm, with getting the girls they want, with financial success, with fame. Like, think of all the idiots that are famous, that's just the way it is. They just brute force their way into fame, essentially, in this case. And the rest of the population is in the middle, overthinking everything and not taking action because they convince themselves that it's not worth it or that they're going to fail. So I hope this video gets you to stop overthinking and stop overanalyzing everything that you do and let loose. Be a midwit for once. Delulu is the Solulu. Give it a try. Who knows? What if it fucking works? You'd be surprised. Maybe your life is going to be a lot better and a lot more fun if you allow yourself to be delusional every once in a while. So that's my message for today. Hope you got some value out of it. And yeah, go out there and be delusional. Ciao, ciao.